Hello and welcome to the grand finale of the Marvel Athletics Championship. We are here today at the marathon where we will battle it out over 45 minutes to crown the champion. The starting order is on your screen. It is going to be a single 45-minute race. They are starting based on their championship position in the Marvel Athletics Championship, so therefore not all together, because we do want to reward our good performance throughout the season. So now, it is time! We are going now! 45 minutes started, and Sun leads our field. Fireball, it looks like, has the second position. Dust remains in third. Now Sun has to deal with Fireball in this funnel. Can he hold him off? No! Fireball takes the lead early. There is a split track here. It'll be between Fireball and Midnight. And it looks like Fireball's going to take it. Now, where does Midnight slot in? Dust is definitely trying to get his position. Dust, it looks like, might have just gotten second as they go into the double funnel. Now, Water's also trying to intermingle with things. There's a very dark part of the track. You can see Midnight is definitely trying to get the position on Fireball. Fireball does, however, maintain. It's Fireball, then Midnight, then Dust as we near the end of the first lap. And it'll be interesting to see how things go. And also see how the back markers are positioned. So Fireball, as he makes his way up, we see Water is in fourth. It's Fire and Ice and Sun battling it out for the fifth spot. And then that is Grassland in seventh, as Fireball does start lap number 2. However, Midnight is definitely coming on a charge and coming quickly. And also, brief note, look at that. They are very close by comparison to the normal thought of lapping another marble. That being Window, sorry, in 10th place. It is Fireball, then Midnight still. However, Dust has lost the third spot. That has gone to Water. Yeah, Fireball doing a great job out front. Sun, who got the pole position, is already mired back to 5th, and in fact is battling for the 5th position. That might, in fact, be taken by a competitor marble in Grassland. Now Midnight's being held up a bit. The gap is larger than what it was a lap ago. Now Water and Dust, that'll be interesting coming out of the lift. As Window just very slow through that track. Lapping a marble could in fact be crucial in the success of the marbles. Because you have seen time and again that oftentimes you don't get a breakaway in a marble race. Often it's a peloton concept. So basically, you try to stay with those marbles, and then that just becomes a buffer. As it looks like Water and Dust continue to fight for third. Sun also trying to get into that fight. The threat from Grassland has kind of vanished. As Fireball, that is a large and hefty lead as we continue to see the second spot. Now it looks like Sun trying to pass. He has gotten the 4th spot. Fireball. It looks like he's going to extend the gap yet again. Now it looks like Sun might try for 3rd. Water getting quite held up by Midnight there. You know, that might actually be a sign that Midnight is kind of serving as like Fireball's, like he's trying to help Fireball, and that he's a slower marble and he's holding everyone else up. Or maybe not. He did do very well back at the Championship Marble League season. Or actually, I'm not sure if he did that well. As it looks like Sun definitely trying for Water for 3rd. Water does maintain, though. And Midnight might be getting closer to Fireball here. And look at that. Window is right there. That has happened far quicker than anyone would have ever expected. Window is honestly not seeming like a championship caliber marble right here. He got 4th in round 5 and 5th in round 3. But other than that, like, there is no trademark result for Window. And now you're seeing what's been going on with Midnight a bit. Window is holding up Fireball, and that brought Midnight a lot closer to the likes of Fireball. Yeah, he has closed the gap on this lap as a result. Water has kind of stabilized back into the 3rd position. As there's Window there. Now you'll see Fireball come into the picture. Midnight, that will also come into the picture momentarily. Now Window, I'm not sure if he'll be able to defend for that long. However, he's definitely trying on Fireball. And he doesn't defend. That is the first marble lap down. And now that same effect will most likely let Fireball gain an advantage. You know, if Midnight, you know, gets held up by Window. However, this split track is one of the best ways to negate that. However, there goes Window. Definitely trying to make sure he stays on the lead lap, or at least beating Window. However, he does not manage, and it's 1-2 into the funnel. Midnight trying to pass Fireball here. He's unable to. And now Midnight's getting a bit caught up. You can see there on the top right of your screen, as Midnight almost passed him there. Sun and Water's fierce battle has got Sun in the beneficiary. And I don't know if I brought this up, but the winner of the race is the winner of the championship. So this does not count for, like, points. It's just straight up, you win, and you win the championship. As Sun has lapped Window. So now Window's lapped by 3 marbles, as Fireball does near more traffic. That's Zebra and Mint Swirl there in a battle for the 8th position. Which it looks like Zebra is winning that battle. Sun is fiercely trying to stay ahead of Water up there. And that's allowed Grassland to close in for 4th. Yeah, Grassland might be trying for a move there. And it looks like he gets it. Grassland is 4th. However, Water might be trying to lap Window. That will definitely do him wonders, as now he regains that spot. There's a lot of rainfall in this area, let me just tell you that. So it's a good thing that we are filming this stuff indoors. As Midnight looks like trying to look for a way around Fireball. As now 3, 4, and 5, all having lapped Window, are in a fierce fight. Window on Sun, maybe. Or Water on Sun, sorry. It looks like Sun does maintain. As Fireball gets close to lapping Mint Swirl. The split track is probably the best place to do something like that. And now Midnight might be losing a bit of time. But yeah, I have to assume that Fireball's going to try to get a run on Mint Swirl in the double funnel. Yes, he does. Mint Swirl tried to stay on the lead lap, but he's not going to be able to. Mint Swirl becomes the second marble a lap down. He started in the 5th position and has already fallen to 9th. And now, Fireball has almost a funnel gap on Midnight, who is trying to lap Mint Swirl himself. And does so successfully. Fireball now nearing Zebra. We're a quarter of the way through our elapsed time. It is 2 lifts between each other for Fireball and Midnight. That is how I have been measuring the gaps, is by the amount of them. So I will keep you posted on how many there are between each other, as Grassland has gotten the 3rd spot. Now he might be on a charge for the championship of the Marble Athletics Championship. I don't know why I said that. But anyway, Midnight has not let up in this battle between himself and Fireball. Zebra is nearing them. If Fireball happens to get caught up, that is Midnight's perfect time to pounce. Or right now, Midnight is trying to pass Fireball for the lead of the race, and he is doing so successfully. Midnight has control of his own destiny. But now Fireball could be trying to pass him again, as they both are right next to each other in the funnel. No, Midnight does remain in position. Now, does Midnight have any chance of lapping Zebra? Not yet. Midnight remains at the front. Now let me just do a position update. It is Midnight in 1st, Fireball in 2nd. Grassland is in 3rd, Sun is in 4th, Water's in 5th, Fire and Ice is in 6th. That's Dust in 7th, Zebra in 8th. Mint Swirl and Window are both a lap down, 9th and 10th respectively. Midnight, it looks like, is starting to develop a gap between himself and Fireball. And that could become opportunity for a Grassland overtake on Fireball. They have no lap traffic between each other. The top 3 have no lap traffic between each other, in fact. Midnight once again got his gap to be larger, as now Dust is potentially in the lapping conversation, as there goes Midnight. lapping Zebra. Zebra started 7th on the race. He has got a win, however, little else to speak of in his resume. So now Grassland has definitely gotten closer to Fireball. Fireball has very bad timing on that lift. That could serve Grassland well. He has very good timing on that lift. Grassland did just milk a couple of seconds, basically, as now Window has fallen very far back yet again, at risk of being double lapped before the fourth marble even gets single lapped. Now it'll be interesting to see how quickly Fireball does knock Zebra off his lapping list. As Midnight laps Window again. So that I did just want to bring up Grassland. Remember, I know I was talking about Zebra having a bit of a lack of resume. Grassland, that could almost be said the same way as Fireball. Gets through both of the lappers he needs to, as Midnight gets his fourth marble a lap down, that being Dust. Dust, remember, third in the championship, but benefited a lot from that biathlon. Yeah, those two lappers in Window and Zebra have established quite a gap between Fireball and Grassland. So that has given Fireball a bit of a breathing room. I just want to say thank you to all of you that did end up voting in our poll to see what track we will end up having for Championship Marble League Season 2 that will be returning. I have posted a second one of those polls. And once that poll is done on Wednesday, I will be posting the official Championship Marble League Season 2 calendar. As Grassland trying to get through the lap traffic, they all do battle with each other, though. Now Fireball needs to get through Dust. And he remains unable to. Midnight now has a funnels advantage plus on Fireball. So it has become desperate for him. Also remember, there's the charging Grassland. Eddie gets past. Grassland to second position. I would not be surprised if Grassland is a legitimate contender for first. Sure, he has a long way to go. And we're already done with about 42% of this race. But he is seeming like the quickest marble on the track. This is his chance for glory. And there he goes, lapping Dust. Still a funnel's distance between them. Midnight now has Fire and Ice on the horizon. That could put a gap between himself and Grassland. Grassland gained a lot there in just the course of a couple of funnels. Remember, Grassland has already gained 7 spots in the race. Midnight has already gained 3 spots in the race from their starting positions. It's 5 lifts between each other. I will track to see what gap they have between each other next lap. Minstrel could become the second marble to go a lap down twice. Grassland did get a bit held up here. Yeah, honestly, Mint Swirl might end up being next on Midnight's horizon. But he needs to look in the rearview mirror. That should be his priority. Grassland is as close as he has been. And, you know, this could end up being an overtake to win the race and the championship when it comes down to it. This could be it. Grassland had a look. He did not get it. Midnight now trying to buy himself some time. He has lapped Fire and Ice. Will Grassland do the same? Not quite yet. That's made our 5th marble a lap down. Half the field is a lap down. The gap has not changed. It is 5 lifts between each other. As we are now pretty much halfway through the race. It looks like now Mint Swirl has been lapped a second time. And Grassland and Midnight, there they are. Now Fireball's been sitting pretty in that 3rd place. There hasn't been much challenge. The next nearest competitor would be Sun, our regular season champion. And he is far back. Now Midnight might be having some trouble here with Fire and Ice. He has a couple more to get now on the road. And there goes Fire and Ice. Fire and Ice has unlapped himself. That has opened the door for Grassland big time. This is a huge opportunity for the likes of Grassland. What does the gap show now? It is 4 lifts. Yes, Fire and Ice. He has unlapped himself. Trying now to battle with Water for the 5th position in the race. Except there goes Midnight once again. He is not letting this occur. He wants to get through now window a 3rd time and 5th place Water. Window, it looks like, will be the first on the pecking order. Grassland in the meantime, trying to lap Fire and Ice here. Midnight needs to pick through these marbles quickly. Now Fire and Ice trying once again to get his lap back. He has, and now he's gotten 5th. Grassland is closer now. But Midnight has 3 marbles. He's able to lap. Grassland's right there. They are close as ever. Midnight gets unlucky a bit with his timing. What is the gap? The gap is now down to 2 lifts. This is scary business. If you are Midnight or a Midnight fan, Midnight fans have been holding their breath for practically the last 10 minutes. Maybe even more. Midnight, it looks like it's going to get through Window, but there goes Grassland also getting through Window. Grassland might be trying for a look on Midnight. This could be it in the split funnel. And then, as a result, that could also translate to the double funnel. Will Grassland get him? He gets the run on him. Grassland laps Water. And that has given him first place. Now, can Grassland hang on to it? Fire and Ice has proved to be one of the hardest marbles to lap on the race course. Can Grassland, in control of the race, finally get the job done? Not quite yet. Grassland, what's the gap between him and Midnight? It's got a buffer 2 lifts back. Midnight's gap is 6 lifts back. Oh, and something else that's developing. Sun is closing in. Sun has closed in. And he could be battling, as Fire and Ice has been lapped now. However, I'm sure that based on what's occurred, he will not go down without a fight. Yes, Sun's up to 3rd. That pass might not have been the pass that got him the victory. There could still be another dimension to this race. Regardless, though, Grassland has a big gap, and there goes Sun. He's actually close to Midnight. Midnight has felt like a rock. Sun and Midnight both battling out between each other. Midnight has it for now. Grassland, it looks like, is going to end another lap. They're both, or Midnight, I should say, is held up quite a bit by Water. So Sun, this will be his perfect time to close the gap between himself and Midnight. That might actually be why Midnight has been dropping like a rock so much. But they're definitely more than 10 lifts apart at this point. Grassland, this might just be an extended victory lap. Or it might be the start of a charge. Grassland, remember, he won the season opener at waterworks. So maybe he's channeling some of this rain we are seeing outside into some positive energy, some positive reinforcement. As Midnight and Sun continue to battle, Sun, it looks like, in that split funnel situation, was getting caught up by water. There goes Midnight. Second. And now has lapped water. He now has ample room to charge. And as I say that, Fire and Ice looms. Mint Swirl sitting there in front of Grassland's eyes to potentially have him lapped a third time. Dust in front of him, potentially to be lapped a second time. As there goes Sun. Sun is now up to second. And that all happened while Water, it looks like, has gotten his lap back. From them, at least. Technically, he's still a lap down. Grassland, it looks like, there goes the third lap down for Mint Swirl. And potentially the second lap down for Dust. And yes, it is the second lap down for Dust. Sun trying to break away a bit from Midnight. As things run, we have 4 marbles on the lead lap. There's being Grassland, our first place marble. She's getting ready to lap window a 4th time. Sun. Oh, Midnight there. Actually trying to take the overtake. Midnight back to second. And Water is back to being in front of them. Water has been the big inhibitor from both of them making meaningful progress on the field. So at this point, this is becoming less of a battle of who's going to challenge Grassland at the front, as it looks like Sun gets that again, but rather, who will get silver on the medal standings. Because we are just over a quarter race distance remaining. That is not much time by comparison to the whole race, as Grassland getting ready to lap window there. Window's 4th lap down. I'm worried I'm going to run out of space on my whiteboard because I'm keeping all the laps down on a whiteboard and I only left a small amount of space for laps. Window's going so many laps down. As anyway, Sun has left Midnight in the dust. They have a pretty large gap between each other now. Grassland, it looks like, yeah, that is Grassland. Trying to go on Zebra to get himself a second lap down. Beyond Zebra, it will be Fireball. Fireball might be trying for the 3rd spot. Sun and Fire and Ice are both intermingling to see if Sun can lap Fire and Ice. But yeah, Fireball could play a factor into the bronze medal battle. As there goes Grassland, a second lap down for Zebra. He went a long way without lapping a marble. Grassland did. Zebra, I don't think he has that big of a chance of getting it back. As there's the difference you can see on your screen between Sun and Grassland. It is a large difference with 10 minutes to go. And there's no big battles on the track, except Midnight might be trying to return to the second place battle. And there's Sun. This is a perfect opportunity to lap marbles, and he's doing no such thing. Midnight. This is going to be his best opportunity, most likely, for the rest of the race to get into the silver. However, there goes Sun lapping dust. But yeah, now Sun has lapped Window as well, so. Now I do have my doubts about a potential Midnight silver. Grassland has some clean track ahead of him and behind him. Next on the horizon would now actually be Mint Swirl. Fireball may not be lapped. Aria's getting held up quite a bit by Water, who's one lap down. We have a look at Sun trying to lap Fire and Ice, who has been proving impossible to lap. He has held everything up and has basically prevented all chance of a Grassland overtake by Sun. However, there goes Sun. This is probably his best opportunity to lap him. Probably also Midnight, but he doesn't get it. Oh my goodness, Fire and Ice is like a magical marble. He did start 8th. So maybe he's just a defensive marble. Not gaining, not losing. And there goes Midnight to second. Midnight's up to second. Water continues to hold up Fireball for 4th. Midnight there, Fire and Ice. Midnight has lapped both of them. Grassland there has lapped Mint Swirl for a 4th time already this race. Grassland's lead seems unassailable. The only thing that can really stop him now is if there's a failure with the track and he has to go red flag. I would have honestly expected a red flag. However, you can see all the reinforcement done on the track should be enough to have prevented red flags from happening. Plus the fact that the Plinko piece is at a section of the track where no two marbles should be battling, as that's the most likely scenario for a red flag, is in that Plinko piece, and they have done everything possible to avert that. Fire and Ice has gotten his lap back on Sun. So yeah, Midnight, this looks like his silver medal in the bag. Now count how many lifts there are between the first and second place marbles. now midnight. Might be struggling a bit with Fire and Ice. Fire and Ice has proved to be a huge headache. And the gap is 21 lifts. Grassland, they're getting ready to lap window a 5th time. And could be trying to lap 4th as well. So now, we do have a bit of a boring period. I did just want to update you on the future of the channel. So I do plan on, after this, I do plan on 12 days from today hosting an exhibitory race called Mini Marbles Big Track. We'll be racing mini solid color marbles between each other. On a smallish tracker. It should be one of the shortest videos ever created on the channel. Contradictory to this one, of course. And after that, we are going to be doing CML Season 2. I plan on having that be extended from the previous season to 12 rounds plus a grand finale instead of the previous 10. Remember, you can vote on the second set of rounds. Thank you to all of those that voted on the first set. And then after that, it's going to be the CML B League will be in its Season 2. Yes, they will not run concurrently, because it would put too much stress and work on our staff. And we do not want that, as it looks like dust has been lapped there by Grassland for a 3rd time. There it goes on Fireball. By doing so, he also gets water. So that makes it so there's 3 marbles on the lead lap, 2 1 lap down. 2 of them are 2 laps down, 1 is 3 laps down. And then we also have 2 that are 4 laps down. Sun still having major difficulties with Fire and Ice. It might have just ruined his race. Like, he might have had the opportunity to win the championship. Fire and Ice has prevented all that. And look at how close he is now to being lapped by our race leader and soon to be crowned champion. He is just thinking, what could have been? What could have been if it were not for this devious marble? It's honestly making me wonder, why did he not do better in this race? Like, Fire and Ice could have had a potential. He won round 2, the block pushing. So I know he's strong. He should have been able to get through these marbles. It's interesting that he did not seize this opportunity. With 80 seconds to go, potentially coming up on the last lap of the race here. He can't seize it. So many marbles are thinking that they could have done better in this race. That they could have accomplished more. That they could have been not lapped 5 times. But there is one marble that stands out from the pack, and that is Grassland. He worked his way from second to last on the grid. He has worked up from the bottom. He may not have had the best latter half to his season, but this has all but made up for it. Clock is expiring. This is now officially the last lap of the race. Grassland, just to boot, has lapped Zebra one more time for celebratory measures, because this is his night. This is bid his to lose for a long time in this race. Grassland is the champion. Grassland is taking his celebratory walk up the elevator as he is champion of the Marble Athletics Championship. He sits on top of the world, on top of his world, as champion of this season. Now, I did just want to give a brief note to all of you. We will not be returning the Marble Athletics Championship for a second season. And do note, Midnight not entirely safe for the silver medal. Sun could still challenge him, however, I do severely doubt it. With 2 funnels to go, let's just confirm it for both of them. This could have been such a night. But they missed out. Fire and Ice was the big inhibitor in their aspirations. Midnight may still be partially satisfied with the silver medal. Sun, I'm sure the bronze will leave a bad feeling in himself. He could have seen gold. But Grassland, he is champion. Thank you guys for supporting me. Those of you that have supported me. Thank you guys for all watching. I promise I will get back to the racing as soon as the Halloween season hits. So yeah, I'll see you then, and at Mini Marble's Big Track. And this concludes our coverage, no post-race show.